Well, greetings and grand rising, everyone. I had a bit of a late start today, but it only matters that we are continuing with our work. So it's okay if you're a bit off schedule. Again, our goal is to complete our 108 sun salutations each day. So today is day 11 of our 30-day challenge. Now, again, I don't have a lengthy introduction to go into. I just want you all to go at your own pace. And as you feel, if you need, take your breaks, do some stretching. Once I complete our first 10 or 20, depending upon how we feel, I will go through a bit of a stretching technique. I've had some individuals express some desires to have tips on stretching the neck area. So I will go through that particular stretching technique that I use that helps, really, really well with your neck and your shoulder area. Okay, so let us get into it. Again, we have our counters here. So our crystals and gemstones that we use to keep count so that we don't have to keep count in our head. I always recommend having your counters. Now, you don't have to have gemstones. You can use post-it notes, balled up pieces of paper, buttons, thimbles, bottle caps, anything that you can use to help you keep counts of 10 for each of your sets. Um, Now, I do have a counter for the entire set. So I have 11, then I have 10 additional so that I can count each movement within these sets. Okay? All right. That's because we do 108. So you have 10 sets of 10 and one set of 8. Adjust your cushions as you need. Remember, we'll start out a bit slow. Slow movements help us stretch. Medium movements help us to build muscle. And faster movements help us to build our cardiovascular endurance. I will start with the full out movement because, again, today I will be doing mostly the modified movement. So if you would like to do all 108 full out, then you can follow with the steps of the full out movement. Slow hands rising. Slight back bend, engage your core, and forward fold. Try to keep your back flat as you go down, and once you reach as far as you can go, then round your back, hands slightly outside of your feet. Bend those knees a little if you need to. Step back with the right foot as far as you can. Left leg is at a 90-degree angle. Slowly drop that right knee to your mat. Step back with your left. Stretch a little. Your core is engaged. Bring your left knee to meet your right. Now here you want to go into a plank. Keep that core engaged to help keep a linear back in line with your tush rather. Now here you're going to have your chest and your chin meet your mat. Your elbows are hugging your sides. Toes curled under. And come to an upward dog. The top of your feet are now flat against your mat. Curl your toes under, downward dog. Your ears are next to your shoulders. And slowly drop your knees to your mat. Toes curled under. Slide your right hand in a little and bring your right foot up. Now, if you are more flexible, you can bring that right foot to the inside of the hands because eventually you will move your hand to the outside. Bring your left foot up. Your knees are slightly bent. Go ahead and slowly straighten those. Arms outstretched. Slowly rise up. And you should have felt that stretch in your hamstrings as you were stretching your knees, or straightening your knees, rather. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another full out. Slowly rise up. Back bend, or slight back bend. Forward fold Exhale. And slightly to the outside of your feet. Slightly bend those knees. Step back with the right. Slowly drop that right knee. Step back with the left. And bring that left knee to meet the right. Go into a plank. Drop those knees. Bring your chest and chin to your mat slowly here. Elbows hugging your sides. Upward dog. Top of your feet are flat on your mat. Curl toes under. Downward dog. And slowly bring those knees back to your mat. Slide your right hand in a little. Bring that right foot up. Bring your left to meet your right. Straighten those legs a little. And slowly rise with a flat back. Finish your move. Okay, so now we're going to go into our modified movement. So this is where we will do the majority. Well, I will do the majority of my movements in the modified mode today. But yesterday I did do the last 3 sets in the full out movements. So you can do that as well. You can add more full out movements as you feel stronger until you can work up to doing all 108 in the full out. And even if you do not get there for this challenge, that is okay. As long as you are completing these moves correctly, then you are still engaging in that energy, which is what we want to do. We want to draw in the energy of these celestial bodies, the energy of the sun, so that we can cleanse, heal, renew, restore. Okay, so let us do our modified. Arm slowly up and forward fold. Flat back as far as you can go, and then you round it. Slightly bend those knees, step back with the right. And slowly drop that knee, step back with your left. Stretch a little, bring the left knee to meet the right. Go into your plank. Slowly bring those knees down. And here we are doing a cat pose instead of the chest and chin to the mat. So bring your spine, take it as close to the ceiling as you can around the spine. Then inverted cat. You're going to stretch the abdomen. It is still important to keep your core engaged. And neutral spine. Your head is facing the mat at this time. Alrighty. Now you're going to slide your right hand over. Bring your right foot up. Bring your left foot to meet your right. And rise. So we will do another modified. Go ahead and fold forward. Slightly bend those knees. Step back with the right. Drop that right knee. Step back with the left. And you'll notice you might pick up speed, and that's okay. Spine up. Inverted cat. Your eyes straight forward. And neutral spine. Slide your right hand over, right foot up. Bring your left to meet your right. Straighten those legs, arms outstretched, and rise slowly. Okay, so that is our modified move. So choose whichever you feel you have the strength to do. Let me adjust my counters. I always forget to start with my counters, the first set. But I was doing a lot of moving yesterday, a lot of moving some boxes. So you might see me do a lot more stretching during this first portion, especially with my hands, because I do have an existing injury here. So it's a nerve injury of my hands and back. So this is why I use a lot of my cushions and I use a lot of the modified movements. because I don't want to re-injure my injury. And I don't want any of you to re-injure any existing injuries or, adding new ones. So please do your modified movements. Listen to your body. If your body is saying, hey, let's rest, then go ahead and take a break. So my body is warming up now. So I'm able to go a bit deeper in my stretching. So I might linger in some poses a bit longer. And it's okay if you do. Remember to engage your core on your planks. That helps to keep you from bending your back in a way that causes strain. Okay, so that was our first 10. So here I will go through the neck stretching exercises that I do. So I call this the chicken head. And it is just pushing your chin forward, not your chest. So just your chin. You're going to lead with the chin. Of course, your head is going to follow, but this helps to stretch your neck safely without straining. So you're not going to be using your hands to pull or push or anything. And you want to do 3 sets of 10. And I like to do this after I've already done some of the workout. So when you have done some of like when you've done your first 10, then that's okay because your body is warm. But I would not recommend doing the chicken when you have not warmed up your body in any way. Because again, that could cause more problems with your neck, which is what we're trying to avoid. So you're leading with your chin. And you also want to try to take it back. So this is for those of us, anyone who has had car accident injuries, um, any type of upper back injuries, even if you had surgery. Like a lot of people who've had carpal tunnel actually have issues within the C3, C4 spine area. So this helps to stretch that, relieving the pressure, the strain that falls on those nerves. Excuse me, on the nerves. So you want to do 3 sets of 10 for those. Okay, and the last one that I do, of course, you don't have to just only do these, but these are very, very helpful. So this is sort of what I call the tri-level. I'm just making up names for these because I just call it the tri-level. So you are turning your head to the left, and you're looking down, up in a neutral stance, and then all the way up to the ceiling. So you want to try to find your spot. So any item in the room that you can look at, and this will be um, a set of 10. So you don't have to do 3 sets of 10, but you'll have to do a set of 10. So you'll go down, middle, up, middle, down. That's one. Middle, up, middle, down. That's two. Middle, up, middle, down. That's three. Middle, up, middle, down. That's four. Middle, up, middle, down. That's five. Middle, up, middle, down. That's six. Middle, up, middle, down. That's seven. Middle, up, middle, down. That's eight. Middle, up, middle, down. That's nine. Middle, up, middle, down. That's 10. Middle, up, middle. Okay? And you're going to do it facing forward, down, middle, up, middle. And you'll also do it facing towards the right, down, middle, up, middle. So you'll do that 10 times in each direction. You do not want to use your hands in any way because that can actually cause you to, of course, strain your neck, but also you could end up with a crook in your neck. Like you can actually give yourself a crook if you try to use your hands to pull or stretch your neck muscles. And many people don't know that. People, you see it all the time when people are in the gym and they're working out and they do the little, the hand and head movements. I do not recommend that, especially for those of us who have injuries. Anyone that has nerve injuries, injuries at the back or the spine, leave your hands off your head when, when you're trying to stretch because you'll cause that to overstretch or just strain yourself. Now, some individuals, they do lean their head to the side and just place their hand on the head. But again, I would not advise that simply because we don't really know how heavy handed we can be. Some of the times we overlook things. If you're not paying attention in the moment, your body is already loose and you're warm, so you may think you can go a bit further than you actually should. So I would say leave it up to your head to be able to make those ranges of motion instead of trying to use your hands to stretch your body. Now, if you are with a physical therapist in person and that physical therapist is there directing you and guiding you, then fine. Use your physical therapist or your physician's recommendations. But if you are at home, help prevent those strains and stresses by not putting that extra weight on your own neck and on your own head. Okay? So those are the exercises that I do because I do have these old injuries that I am still managing. And I don't manage with pain medicine. So I use yoga, massage therapy, water therapy. Also, I've created my own essential oil blend. So I use these to help manage my pain and discomfort and muscle stiffness and nerve pain. So again, I'm always an advocate for helping your body heal using these natural resources. So if you do have any questions or concerns, go ahead and email me, or you can send a message, post a message in our chat here. My website is whliam.com. Again, that is whliam.com. As we say in closing, let us be present, let us be of light, and let us be of love. See you all tomorrow morning.